So obviously I'm wearing the same shirt, so I'm batch recording, which was not an excellent idea because, like I said in one of my previous video, I'm still wearing my back brace and my legs are completely numb right now because my injury is L4 down. So this wasn't smart. All right, so The Take by Kelly Yang. I was sent this from Berkley Publishing. I love this book. It was so freaking good. Okay, and the reason it was good is because you have no idea who you're rooting for. Like, let me tell you, like, sit down, friends, like, sit down. We need to talk about this because you have no freaking clue who you're rooting for. So by the time you see this, is already out. The Take by Kelly Yang. Yes, that Kelly Yang that writes all the lovely middle grade fiction. This is her debut adult novel. Two women, one in her 20s, early 20s, and the other in her 50s, I want to say. It's been a bit. I think it was in her 50s, pretty sure. One is a wannabe writer. She's broke. She needs money. The other one is a very famous Hollywood producer, which gets some troubling news, and she decides to do this experiment, this experimental procedure where there is some kind of blood transfusion, and she is basically the first female to be part of this experiment, where if you find a younger person that is a match and you do a blood transfusion and you gain 10 years of their youth at the end of this experiment, and they get older. So it's not like they're giving you their youth. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Okay, stay with me. It works. I know it sounds like, wait, that still sounds a little far-fetched, but it works. She does such a great job making it work, okay? And like I wrote in my written review, holy complex characters. They're so complex. I thought at first, okay, I'm rooting for this girl Maggie, right? Like, and then I'm like, oh girl, you're sounding a little stalker vibes, or you're sounding a little off to me. And then I'm like, okay, I'm on the other side. And then, oh no. And now it's Ingrid. So Maggie is the young Asian American writer. Ingrid is white. So there is some dynamics with how that evolves with doing this with a person of color, and how Ingrid has treated previous actors or people that have worked with her from diverse backgrounds. I'm not going to tell you anything or give it away, but there is some dynamics there, so those parts are important. But Maggie has other parts of her life that are going a little bit crazy, which also makes her personality evolve in so many different layers. So back to the whole transfusion. So Ingrid puts out like a feeler or ad or something, I can't remember exactly, to find this match, but it has to be discreet because she doesn't want anybody in Hollywood to know that she's doing this, right? So it's like they're seeking some kind of assistant or something like that. Maggie answers, she gets proposed for this, and she gets offered $3 million for her youth. This book, if you host a book club, and we do host, me and Kelly host a book club. Had I not already read this, we have a rule that we both have not read the book to put a part of our book club. This would be it, because this will provide so many topics of conversation. You can have a fire, like it would be fire to have this conversation as a book club. And this is an art copy, so that's why this would be the cover if you get it like that, right? I'm telling you, it's nuts. It's nuts. So $3 million for 10 experimental medical sessions to reverse her aging using Maggie as a transfusion partner and mentorship. So she's like, okay, because she's a Hollywood producer, she works with screenwriters all the time. she wants to write a book. She's like, oh, awesome. I want this to be more than this like blood transfusion. I'm going to be your mentor too. And like, sold. And there is a dynamic with Maggie's boyfriend also being a writer and him being a little bit more successful. There's other parts there. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it has like a whole bunch of triangles happening, and it's fun. It's fun and it's wild. I think it was pretty like fast paced, I would say. It was reflective and when we get down to the bits of each character, you are like psychoanalyzing these two individuals because they have such a roller coaster of, I won't say transformation. You don't get like this in that you feel like, okay, they've completely evolved. I don't feel that. So there's a point where you can see her struggle, her trying to do what's right by her parents. You see her crossing certain boundaries where you're like, okay, that's a little much. That's tight. Wait, hold on. Hold on. And then you start like getting a little suspicious of her chosen behaviors, and you start getting a little bit like, okay, I can see Ingrid's point right now, and I can see why she's going a little off. And you're just like not even sure where to go from there. And then Ingrid starts behaving erratic in certain ways, and you're like, homegirl, what? Like, I was in your corner for a little bit there. For a little bit. I mean, yes, it was, you know, privileged and stuff to be able to do all this, but I was like, I got it. Like, I understood, and if somebody's willing, hey, whatever. But then, you know, there are some certain things that she does, and certain behaviors, and the whole dynamic between these two individuals, but not only between them two, but how they treat others. It was very human and very raw and very real. But they were like so complex. Like, I normally either love a character or hate a character. And I can honestly say in this book, I didn't know which one. Like, I couldn't choose. Like, do I love you or do I hate you? And at the end, the resolution of it all, if you can call it a resolution, I'll leave it at that. I wasn't sure if, like, I felt satisfied. I did feel satisfied with the ending, but did they get what they deserved? I don't know. That's why I say this is such a great, great book to be a book club book. It is absolutely such a great one to do that. And you see a lot of the inner dynamics of, you know, publishing world in there. You know, you see a lot of that, which is fun to do. And TV, you know, movie producing. It's just very cinematic. It's really well written. I absolutely love Kelly Yang. I love that she has dove into this arena of writing for adults. I mean, I enjoyed her books for middle grade too. So, you know, I don't care. You know, I read it all. But this was great. It says you either make something or you take something. There's only two ways to get ahead in this world. I feel like they were both cutthroat in their own way. I really want to have like a deep discussion with people that have read this book. Like, if you pick this book up or you've already read it, please message me or leave your little comments. Try not to spoil it for other people, but leave comments because we need to chat. We need to chat. I need this to be a book club conversation just so I can talk to other people that have read it, because I have so many thoughts, but that would be like spoiler filled. It would be full of spoilers if I did that, and I'm trying not to do that here. But yes, these two women were not love or hate. It was like, you are real. You're real. I picked you up from a page and you have so much complexity to you, and I couldn't love or hate either of them. And I know some people may pick sides. I couldn't, because of certain things that, you know, you would naturally think that Maggie was the underdog and that's who you're gonna root for. But let me tell you, things get a little dicey that you can kind of be like, wait, that's sounding a little sketchy. But then, you know, homegirl Ingrid, she has some issues too. So yeah, let's take it at that. But this book was just so great. So great. I really enjoyed it. So this is The Take by Kelly Yang. Thank you to Berkley Publishing for sending this arc my way. I was so excited to read this. You have to read it too, okay? And then tell me what you think. Oh my gosh, we need to have like a whole conversation about it. Like, let's do it. See you guys next time for another book notes and review. Bye-bye.